Welcome back to our program, our series Living with COVID-19. So today we have a special guest joining us. He's called Xiaochuan. He lives currently in Vancouver in Canada. Is that right?
Yeah.
Great. And as we know, the COVID-19 crisis is now spreading to other countries throughout the world. But Mr. Chen works for a Chinese company called Wheeling Kurt. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so as well as the situation in Canada, we're also going to talk about how the COVID-19 crisis has affected business as well. So my first question I would like to ask you is, what is the current situation with COVID-19 in Canada?
Yes, so the situation is getting worse here. So like we know, like one month ago, the China was almost shut down, and we are thinking about it's safe in Canada, it's safe in Vancouver, because we think the infection, the risk level is low. But currently, we are seeing the numbers of the infected people is growing very quickly. Today, I think it's over 100 cases in Canada, and in Vancouver specifically, it increased more than 10 people here in one day. So before, we are thinking about people from China may get infected by the coronavirus, but right now we see people from travel to America and travel to Italy, travel to Iran. They're getting back and they're infected, but they don't know they're infected, and they're going outside as well. And we are recently we see news from CPC, and they are saying it gets started with the community infection, which means it's getting worse. We don't know who is gonna infected, and even though the people got infected, he doesn't know it, and he may be the source to infect other people. So we are thinking. So from my point of view, I think it's getting worse. And right now, I'm wearing the masks to go to work every day. But right now in Canada, people still think it's low. The risk is low, and the people here not too many people wearing masks, but they are getting better with washing their hands and cleaning the environment. And I think that's a situation right now.
So you would say at this early stage that people aren't really taking the issue seriously enough over there?
So it's not serious enough, to be honest, because they are more care about even care more about the stocks falling down than the coronavirus sometimes, and because they don't wear in the masks, and they are kidding. They might be kidding with you, they like your masks, but they don't wear in the masks. But I think people should pay more attention. It's not just the Asian people, because when you're seeing the people wearing masks, there might be most of them are from Asia. So I think they should put more things on this situation, because we know China, China put lots of efforts into controlling this coronavirus. But here in Canada, they just started. I think they should learn from China to get more hands on the coronavirus situation.
Yeah. Okay, so do you think the coronavirus is going to affect your travel plans, either to China or elsewhere over the next few weeks?
Yeah, I think it affects a lot. Actually, we see the flights got canceled from Beijing to Vancouver, and we see the flights canceled from Italy to Canada. And originally, we were thinking about going to Germany for the Hanover Messe, but currently, I heard the Hanover Messe was delayed because of the coronavirus issue, and I think it's a huge impact for our global business. So this year, we just focus on our R&D for developing our current product, and we are serving our customers remotely, and we so that's use more internet to communicate with our customers.
Okay, so since the crisis is at an early stage in Canada, I mean, have you seen any effects on your daily life in Vancouver?
Yes. So right now I only eat at home. Because like before the coronavirus, I usually go outside to find nice restaurants. Because here the restaurant is pretty nice in Vancouver. I usually do dining out during the weekends, but right now I only eat at home because like we don't know if there are some virus or some people got infected. It's out there, and I only go back from work to home, from home to work, and I don't go any other places.
Okay, and finally, do you have any expectations of what effect the coronavirus will have on the business of Wheeling Kurt?
Yeah, so basically we are thinking about like it will slow down our growing because we think it's pretty hard to develop new customers because we will need to travel to the customers' plants to to deploy our systems. So we are thinking about like limiting our budget in hiring more people, but we are focusing on improving our technologies for this year and serving better for our existing customers because we know each other very well and we can provide our solutions better for them this year.